A local nonprofit is working to stop human trafficking one flight at a time. Freedom Aviation has given almost 200 flights to survivors needing to get away from their current situation. Although the organization started here in Middle Tennessee, it now has pilots in 39 states. News 2's Nikki McGee has more on how it all works.
One of my favorite quotes is, when I got on the aircraft in the air, in the clouds, I knew that he could not touch me anymore.
After 2 years, Freedom Aviation Network has 188 pilots around the country ready to transport survivors. In Middle Tennessee alone, they're seeing 5 to 10 requests a month, nearly 3 times the number they saw last year.
So we're seeing more survivors being able to come out of their situation because they know transportation exists.
Back in December, the nonprofit even helped the TBI in a sting operation in Nashville with more than 20 victims. Sadly, only 6 accepted their help.
These were foreign nationals who were brought over under the pretense of legal work visas. The traffickers used the promise of their work visas to coerce them into sexual servitude within those hotels.
How it works is a case manager from a licensed recovery center can reach out to Freedom Aviation with a victim needing transportation. Then pilots donate their time, planes, and fuel to help get the victim to a resource center somewhere else in the country. Volunteer pilot Trey Rochford recalls one of his first flights.
She called me Pilot Trey. She said that I was very kind to her, and it was the first time in as long as she could remember that someone treated her really like a person. And she knew that things were going to be okay at that point.
The organization has some hurdles, with nonprofits not wanting to reach out too much and rely on their costly resources. To that, co-founder Stephanie Lamar tells nonprofits to instead reach out every time.
Just a miracle that we've always had a pilot to do every flight. And that's just unusual given the volume of flights that we had so quickly, with starting with 2 pilots.
The organization continues to look for more pilots, as well as volunteers for nearly any position a business would need to operate.
You're elevated into this new status of love and belonging and freedom that you've never experienced before, and you're taken to this new place. We're seeing a clear psychological change in the way that survivors are thinking about exiting their situation.
Now, on September 19th, Freedom Aviation says it will hold an event at the governor's mansion with a story from one of their own survivors. That event is free to attend. However, you do need to RSVP first through Freedom Aviation's website.